At the dawn of creation, four beings were put into place to uphold the fabric of reality. Beings of purity that would act as the pillars to which all creation was upheld by. These four beings would come to be called the Ancients. These four beings were named Good, Evil, Chaos, and Order. Each ancient created an army to enact their commandments. Good created angels, evil created demons, order created devils, and chaos created the spirits. Immortal beings of absolute loyalty to their ancients. Very soon, battle lines were drawn to decide what ancient would get to create their will into existence. But before the bloodshed began, the ancients agreed that to keep things from spiraling out of control, a neutral party should connect the strings of fate the ancients wove. That is when they created the Weaver of Fate, a being created from the shards of each of the ancients. Having no allegiance to one ancient, they believed that the Weaver would be a proper medium for their creation. The Weaver got to work creating the tapestry that would become reality, weaving together the threads the ancients wanted into a beautiful work of art. However, the ancients realized in time that the Weaver favored the mortal lives that he spun into the tapestry. Acts of grandeur from the ancients were turned into barely noticeable events to the mortals. Tsunamis were turned into rivers, earthquakes were turned into tremors, and volcanoes were spun into fires for the mortals to use. Although the Weaver was tasked to create the grand tapestry of creation, he saw each string, each thread for what it was: a human life, a mortal life, a fragile life. Each thread was special to him, so he was never quick to shred one so quickly. The ancients grew restless and made a decision to separate the Weaver from the mortals. At the edge of existence, bordering on the abyss, they locked the Weaver away. The shards of the Weaver were held not only by a cell, but the keys were numerical impossibilities. These numerical keys were never to appear in nature. The ancients made sure of that. But even at the edge of existence, the Weaver still continues his work. The ancients could not kill the Weaver, for that would cause the creation to spiral into anarchy. The Weaver in turn works more carefully, weaving together the strings and threads of fate for the mortals. His mission, until the abyss finally claims him, is to free the mortals from the plots and schemes of the ancients and their immortal armies. But a twist of fate would happen, even unknown to the Weaver. A shard is set free accidentally by a human mortal, a coder who stumbled into one of the keys to Weaver's prison. Only time will tell how this accident would kickstart such a crazy adventure.
This is my promise to each mortal. Your soul is worth fighting for, because deep within, it begs for freedom. Freedom to choose your fate and to choose your own destiny. Even if you think you can't take control of your own fate, I will be there to remind you. You're the captain of your seas. All you need to do is grab that wheel and see what the horizon brings. Good luck to you all.